Boggo Road Gaol is located in Dutton Park, Brisbane, Australia. It opened 1883 as the main Brisbane jail. The women's jail section finished construction and opened in 1903, also known as the Division No. 2 cell block. But due to the overcrowding of other correctional facilities for men around Brisbane, the women were then relocated to another site on the Boggo Road premises in 1921. This then allowed the Division No. 2 cell block to house the long-term lifers from then on. Although Boggo Road Gaol is well known for its notorious and infamous inmates over the course of time, most of its prisoners were found guilty of some of the most minor of offences such as vagrancy and the use of indecent language. In total, 42 executions by hanging were carried out, all of them inside the Division No. 1 cell block. 1913 saw the last person to be hanged within these walls. This person went by the name of Ernest Austin. Also known as Ernest Johnson, he was convicted and sentenced to death for the rape and murder of 12-year-old Ivy Mitchell. The only woman to be hanged under Queensland law was Ellen Thompson in 1887, found guilty for the murder of her husband William Thompson by the way of shooting him in the head. In this picture you will notice the display of her hands upon her chest. This was common practice in a prisoner's photo. When they are admitted for incarceration, it was to show that they originally possessed all of their fingers. Ellen maintained her innocence until the death sentence was carried out. John Harrison, a British Marines deserter and also Ellen's lover, was hanged shortly after her execution for his involvement in the murder of William Thompson. Ironically, John admitted to the sole responsibility in the murder of William on the eve of his execution. A little too late for Ellen. Arthur Slim Halliday, also known as the infamous Houdini of Boggo Road, successfully escaped the walls twice, once in 1940 and then again in 1946. While on the run, Ethel McCowan, a taxi driver, disappeared and was declared murdered in New South Wales. After a dramatic shootout, Halliday was captured, found guilty and sentenced to life. Halliday maintained his innocence. At least another 4 attempts of escape were made, all by the use of various methods. He was eventually released in the late 1970s. In 1905, Florence Alma MacDonald and her husband Angus were convicted of the murder of 12-year-old little Gracie. Both were sentenced to death by hanging. This sentence was, however, commuted to life imprisonment. Florence, also known as the stepmother to the Longreach Cinderella, played a huge part in the abuse, torture, and ultimately the death of Grace MacDonald. Neither Florence nor Angus expressed any remorse for their actions. Angus was incarcerated at the St Helena Island prison, where he served out his term. Florence was housed at Boggo Road, but was deemed to be a model prisoner with Christian values. She was released in 1916. In 1973, the Whiskey A Go-Go nightclub, based in Fortitude Valley in Brisbane, was firebombed, which resulted in the deaths of 15 people. James Richard Finch and John Andrew Stewart were sentenced to life for the crime. Stewart protested his innocence in the way of hunger strikes, sewing his lips together with a paperclip, swallowing wire crosses and nails, as well as climbing onto the A-Wing cell block rooftop, where he used bricks to spell out the words, "Innocent, victim of police verbal." Stewart was found dead in his cell on New Year's Day 1979. The official cause of death was idiopathic myocarditis, in other words, inflammation of the heart. There has been a lot of conjecture floating around over the years surrounding his death. Stewart's mother claims to have received phone calls a few days before Stewart's passing, suggesting prison officers were planning on poisoning him. There were also other reports of Stewart receiving a bashing a few days before. Although Finch was regarded as a model prisoner, he was nonetheless seen as a violent inmate by others. He became known as the Birdman for his interest in keeping birds. Finch later got married in prison, and in 1988 he was released and deported to his homeland of England. Upon the realisation of the violent side of his personality, Finch's wife soon left him a few months after. His admissions of guilt in the fires was received by a journalist while residing in England. He later retracted his statements. Finch was also known for his part in protests whilst being locked up in Boggo Road. He staged a 35-day hunger strike and had his finger cut off at the top at the same time as swallowing a wire cross. In 1902, the last bushrangers, the Kenneth brothers, were found guilty of horse stealing and murder. Patrick Kenneth maintained his innocence until his death sentence by hanging was carried out at Boggo Road Gaol. His last words proclaiming, "I am as innocent as the judge who sentenced me." His brother James received the sentence of life imprisonment with hard labour and was released in 1914. Due to the highly publicised riots and protests in the 1980s over the conditions, brutality and alleged corruption within Boggo Road and the police department, an investigation was launched into the housing and treatment conditions of the inmates. Division Number 1 was closed in 1992 and has since been demolished. Division Number 2 cell block closed in 1989 and still stands to this day. The jail officially ceased operation in 2002. 2015 is set to see Boggo Road start its redevelopment to become Boggo Road Urban Village. This historical landmark will become a commercial retail hub and housing complex of apartments incorporating recreational facilities whilst retaining historical values. There is more to what meets the eye when it comes to the stories surrounding each individual that came into contact with Boggo Road Gaol. And I found the more I researched these people, the more I became both intrigued and horrified by the judicial system, the crimes acted out, and the prior lives of each person leading up to and beyond their involvement with Boggo Road Gaol. Please check the description box below for links to further fuel your interest in the life and times of the years gone by. So please join me now to watch the Haunting Australia team, the tour group, my daughter Sarah, and of course myself investigate behind these notorious looming walls that absorbed so much history and death.
You may want to sit in one of the cells if you want. Just spread out. Don't be afraid. Here. What insert you? Just want to know what happened when you here. There's no reason for you to be afraid. We just want to interact with you. This used to be a women's cell. If I'm correct, give me a tap on the wall or say something loud so that I can hear you. I've got something special for you to communicate if you're having a hard time speaking something. This equipment is called Echo Box, and this will give you enough energy to make us hear you. All I want you to do is try hard and answer us on this machine. Can you hear me? Hello. What's your name? Let me tell you, I'm not a bad person like you. You were jailed here for bad reason. But if even after your death, you have no chance to prove. You know my name. My name is Gaurav Tiwari. Could you repeat my name? Don't mess. Are we messing with you? Why do you think we are messing with you? You don't like us here? Is there anyone whom you don't like in this team? Who is that? Could you name that person? anyone whom you don't like in this team? Who is that? Could you name that person? What is your name? Do you want to talk to one of the ladies standing here? Did you say Brisbane?
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Is your name William? Could you name the lady holding the camera? Did you die here? A lot of people died here? Did you say one name? Did you die here? Where are you right now? Where are you right now? Are you in pain? Whatever you say is not making sense. Why were you jailed here? You have all the permission to use my energy to manifest yourself. You can take energy from me. You have all the permission to use my energy to manifest yourself. You can take energy from me. Is there someone stopping you to communicate with us? Tell me your name. I'm not convinced that you still exist. You've done nothing to convince me.
You know what they're going to put here? Potentially their plan?
Yeah.
More retail shops. Woo-woo. And you seem excited about it. What?
I'm disappointed to hear that.
As well you should be, because when we came over here, I was going to Alan and I'm saying, hey, what about this place? Bulldozed. What about this one? It's a parking lot. You know, if you are from around this area, keep an eye on these guys' webpage, so if you can support them, please do. I think it's really, in America, you get locations that people snatch them up because they're so cheap, and they'll be around and around and around. We did have some communication here. We were able to see some movement up here, general direction, accompanied by sound. Something kind of moving around up here. We did some EVP work in here. We asked, would you like to communicate with us? EVP response, that's good, right? Except the EVP response was no. So I'm thinking, well, you're still kind of communicating even though you said no. So I waited some time and I said, are you sure you don't want to communicate with us? You guys already guessed it, EVP response. No, we have a tough road ahead of us in here so far this evening. However, that being said, group dynamics change everything. It really does. And people say, no, that's not scientific and that's not, it is accurate. When I did Ghost Hunters International, anytime I investigated with Joe Chin, we got evidence every single time. For whatever reason, that makeup, that dynamic means something. So, with that being said, you know how this works. You know what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn the device on. You'll see the red light come on. As I explained to you earlier, we're not here to harm you, bother you, trick you. We're here to learn more about you and receive a message if you have one. Do you have a message for this group of people? I will play it again.
As I explained to you earlier, we're not here to harm you, bother you, trick you. We're here to learn more about you and receive a message if you have one. Do you have a message for this group of people?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Got it.
Okay. Spirits are sad, confused. They're also frightened. You know, it's the old story of the spider is more frightened of you than you are of it, which is accurate in this case. This is an unknown for us, it's an unknown for the spirit. So, we're going to try and make the spirit more comfortable. If the three of you right here could go up those stairs and choose a cell and deposit yourselves into one, if the four of you on this side could choose a cell and enter, wait for something to come to you.
Can I say ladies first?
Oh, gee, thanks. What number is that one? Oh, I want a number 22. That was probably downstairs. Is that a number 22? Are you serious? It is 2.
In the meantime, I'm going to keep this red light on for you. Okay. We've given you your space back. We have given you enough room to show you that we are not trying to be harmful. So we have put a couple items on the stairs. We have backed up, and we'd like to see if you would come forward. Trying to give you every tool in order to communicate with us. In fact, if you still don't feel comfortable, it's going to make a noise. Okay, that little teddy bear right there is more than just a cute little friend of mine. If he measures vibration, he measures temperature change, he also measures EMF. If his paw lights up red, it means there is a small EMF change near him. We actually have 3 devices measuring different types of EMF. There we go. See right there? I can't hear anything on these things. I'm just yapping away. That's why I miss everything. Oh, that's Boo Buddy talking. I'm sorry about that. You know, normally I explain for 10 minutes what Boo Buddy does, but I forget when I haven't done it. Oh, you poor thing. No, you will see, no, see the red light? So you know how to use Boo Buddy, you did it before. You know how to light his hand up. If you get close to him, thank you. I don't understand why you won't communicate with us. Every time Boo Buddy comes out, you seem to get happy. A nice toy, a gift for the kids. Are you okay with us being here? 1's for yes, 2 for no. Now what those are EVP questions. So every 45 seconds he is going to say, what's your favorite song? Do you want to be my friend? Trying to get a voice to respond. Not exactly what we're looking for. What we want to see is we want to see that paw light up. That left paw. The temptation is there to use provocation. I am not going to do it because I don't believe in it, but believe me, I will be ready to do it this evening. Provocation is which we attempt to get a response from a spirit by being aggressive towards it. It is neither kind nor appropriate. At the same time, I'm getting the feeling I'm going to spend the night waiting for that little teddy bear's hand to light up. That is not a fascinating concept. You agree with me? Now, if you're done talking to me, light up the paw twice in a row. And I will just sit here and tell old ghost hunting war stories all night long. I will leave you be. Light up the paw twice in a row. Stand near it, then move away, come closer to it again. That's all you have to do. If you want to communicate, just light it up once. Ignoring me is not going to cause me to go away. I will keep talking all night. Are you alone in here? Use one of those devices to continuously communicate with us. Thank you. Yes, you are alone. It is just you. Are you a man? 1's for a man, 2 for a woman. If you are a man, can you light up the paw once? If you're a woman, twice in a row, please.
cold.
It's really heavy here and it's taking my breath away.
Oh.
Do you feel that? I felt like I just walked into a wall. Do you guys feel that?
Yeah, this feels a bit heavier. Yeah.
I was going to sit down in the chair, but I guess I'm not supposed
Might be somebody there.
Now, this particular building where we are right now was actually the mess hall for guards most recently. They used to get served through that servery, and this was all tables. But before that, this was actually a hospital. This side here was all people who were stabbed, beaten, raped. That side was people who had respiratory problems because they always put tuberculosis people and things like that closer to the fireplace. Whoever is here has come through this door, like I said, walked up there and come back again. The first group got nothing, but as I walked out behind them, I actually heard my name said. And then when we come back in, there was a noise twice now, this one, like they just, exhausted or whatever. And then somewhere down the line, paranormals will start releasing the case.
Yeah.
So here we have a try just the case with the light and the main field phone, so
My camera's just shut off.
Okay.
Again. It's twice now. It's shut off by itself. It did when we were done with the first event.
Okay.
And now it's just done.
So just before you guys come up, just before we had the break, as I said, we had the footsteps go through, but there seemed to be something going on in the back of that kitchen. Now the guy was telling me that when his team was up there investigating, all their devices go crazy in that kitchen and just on that council table. And investigation part 2 was familiar. So there's 2 sides of the things. But he was also telling me that there used to be little cages.
I'm half tempted to go in there and sit on
I
the
know, I
chair.
was just thinking the same thing. Why don't you? Can you get in there?
Yeah.
So this is actually something.
Does anybody in here touch me, make a noise, give me some sort of indication?
There's a breeze.
Person or persons that are in this room, all on this level with us, can you please come back into this room and can you sit down on this chair for me, please? You have nothing to fear. We're not here to hurt you. We're not here to move you to the light. We're not here to kick you out of your home. This place is all yours. In actual fact, you've got the authority here and you can ask us to leave if you want to communicate to us. You can do that by manipulating this device on this chair over here, or you can make a very large sound, you can slam the door, or you can touch one of us. So if you feel you can do that, you feel you have the strength to do that, feel free to come on in and make a sound, touch someone, or manipulate one of the devices in this room for us, please. Do you think you could walk through the room like you did earlier? Come up the stairs, come out and view the people out in the yard, because there's people walking around in your jail right now at night, people that should be in their cells and you should be here taking charge. You need to get up here and you need to take charge. These people are going to escape if you don't get up here and do something about it and set the alarms off. I can see people walking around from here right now that should be in their cell. Can you make that noise for us again, please?
Coming into Haunting Australia, I was the medium. I am the medium, I guess. Always the medium. So what we're going to do tonight is what I love doing, is seeing if we can get evidence of the spirit making contact. I have had quite a lot of great EVPs in here. I've also had some my voice, and no doubt we'll have a bit more going along the way. I have one particular spirit, that's a male spirit in here, that loves the attention. Now, one thing I'm going to say, as from the medium perspective, just have a feel of how you're feeling in the room at the moment, please. Because the energy will change, as it has been all night. Now, earlier on, I had some problems with my voice recorder in this room only because he just kept turning it off for no valid reason. So I'm just deleting a few files. If I delete the one I got earlier on, I'm going to screen that I like. Okay, so basically how I'm going to do this, guys, is how I've done it all night. See if I can get the connection to work with us. You've got some good equipment here, guys. That's awesome. I love having a little meter there, so I can get him to do something if he wants to. Believe me, if he doesn't want to, he won't. One of the biggest things he likes doing is turning off my recorder. Okay, so I'm going to ask the spirit that was in here. Don't turn it off. What are you doing? See, since I do that, no, it worked upstairs a treat. Yeah. Testing my friendship here, but okay, well, while I'm talking to you, I'm just going to ask the spirit here, because I know he's here, I can feel him. Just step forward for a little bit. You don't have to talk into my voice recorder. I'm actually going to put the voice recorder away shortly. But if you decide to say hi again, that'd be great. I need my torch alone, so I need to get around the place. Oh, sorry, that's just me, guys. So what I'm going to ask is for you to step forward into the centre of the room for us. I'm asking you to step forward now and, give us something. Give us some form of evidence that in the afterlife, you are there, we are here, and you can communicate. Do you like me being in this room? Yes or no? Is there a reason why you often scare people in this room? Give me chilies, guys. Someone's trying to talk over me. Did you hear that? Mm-hmm.
It's cool.
Yeah. Send it to Joe. I really would like to see you do some light shows. Even turning off some of this equipment would be great. Can you turn it all off? Even, that little phony thing that says the phone next to you, turn that off. It's not hard, really. Okay, EVP session, room 20, and we're putting the recorder on the floor, and we're now asking. Okay. Testing. EVP session, room 20. That normally starts to look a bit, thank you. All right, so now I'm going to ask any spirit that wishes to come through on this level to step forth and to let us know you're here. I'm not just going to ask for, is anyone in the room here worried about being touched? No. Okay. Turn it off. Okay. Maybe we're not going to do the voice recorder, but what I'm going to ask now is any spirit that wishes to be present with us in this cell at this point in time to step forward. See this floor, this level here or here, was a bit active, but there was so much going on down in that cell, so I couldn't get up here. When I got up here, same type of thing keeps happening. They're playing with my equipment. And to ask you, whoever you may be, to step forward and give us something concrete to validate your presence. You've got permission from everyone in this room right now to touch one of us in the appropriate manner. Maybe touch one of our shoulders, tap one of us on the head. Yeah, I know you followed me. So, even though you followed me, give us something now. Give us something else apart from the voice recording.
Okay.
Alright guys, I'm going to let you go now.
Okay.
There's some hot spots that we want to investigate because we're going to run out of time. I don't want to take that time away from you guys to investigate with your own stuff.
My camera keeps doing funny things over it when I've got it on a...
Yours is doing funny things.
Yeah, it's like waves, you know, like...
No, this is not funny now. Stop. You've done it again. Okay, stop. This is funny. Can I have you come over here with me and I'll shut the door? Keep turning my camera off. Hold that. There's no, they keep shutting it off every time I mention it. Shut my camera off. Keep shutting my camera off. I just realized I can't take care of this. There we go. I'm going to close this door. Okay. You're on? Yes. Okay, is there anybody here with me? I can see so much writing on these walls. Some of them I don't think I'll repeat. Ow! Oh, that hurt. I got pricked up the butt. Hey? Yeah, I've got a stab on my butt. Yeah. No, I'm alright. It was like I sat on a pin or something, but I was already sitting. Anyway, so I've got two voice recorders here. I've got... What am I sitting on? I think I did. Look what I sat on. Oh, fuck that hurt. What did you sit on? This bug. It was here, and I squished it because there's a little bit of... It's a... What is it? It fucking bit my butt. Excuse the language. Yeah, it's really weird. It looks like a wasp or something. Yeah. everything that you've got to say. I hear that urban. Somebody doesn't like urban very much. Did he possibly dog you in? What's happened to my camera? My camera just switched off. And I've got plenty of battery left on it.
Yes.
The camera just switched off for some reason. 52 minutes battery and 142 minutes. Yeah, it switched it off. It's the first time it's been switched off, so I'll give it another go and we'll see.
Switch it off, doesn't it?
I'd like them to talk into the voice recorder. Let's give it another go.